Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a really good video. I have a guest. Well, he's not a guest. He's been on the channel before. But today we're going to be talking about how to look fashionable, stylish, polished, chic, edgy, all of the above. He went to school for fashion design, so I thought I'll just bring him on so he could just give you guys a little bit of the males some input, or even the female, because he went to school for fashion design, men and women, so it doesn't even matter. So I wanted to bring him on and have him give a little bit of his insight, because every time we go out, people always be like, you guys look so good together, you guys are so fashionable, and we compliment each other. So we just want to talk a little bit about that and have him share his input on what makes someone very polished, fashionable, stylish, edgy, all of the above, because we all want to, look expensive and feel good at the same time. So let me bring Mr. Romello. Ta-da!
Did I just bang my knee on the chair?
Oh gosh. Why
Hey,
did you turn it
you
that-
behind the camera, make sure you get my good side.
I wanted it that way.
It's so good to be in your shirt today.
This is not a show. This is just telling the people how to be fashionable, stylish, edgy, chic. Everybody wants to look their best. So,
Let me ask you this question.
Mhm.
Why is fashion so important in our daily lives? What is fashion to you?
I mean, fashion is just feeling your best, looking your best, and just being you. That's what I think fashion is.
Yeah, I agree. There's one thing that a lot of people keep forgetting. Fashion also is a representation of your personality in most of the cases. Like for instance, I don't want to make this controversial, but your sense of fashion will either make somebody feel closer to you, make somebody think that you're professional, or you're cool, or you're dangerous, whatever the situation is. It might not really be the case, but your fashion always project that representation. Comment below if you agree or disagree with me. You could be a saint and dress like Count Dracula and vice versa, so I don't know.
So let me ask you a question. Which one is better? Is it better to look more polished or more fashionable? When is it important for you to look fashionable or expensive or put together? When is it the right time?
Okay, so basically when you're getting dressed, there is the intention in mind. Where you're going, what event you're attending to. Is it like a stroll down the street, or is it you get invited to the White House? Is it a job, or is it you just want to look your best? That's the first thing you have to determine. Now, anybody that knows me, I'm a proponent for being different. I was born different, I look different. The same thing with Carsa. We both are different. When we met each other, she didn't dress me, I didn't dress her. We each have our sense of fashion. But there's something called a common denomination. And if you're watching this video, this is no way in judging you. But I just want to let you know that you could go against the grain, but always understand that there is a common denomination. Now, to answer your question,
what is that?
I'm going to give you an example. You see, Tesla went against the grain with the electric car, but there's a common denominator of having tires, of having, a power plant. There are certain things you don't go against. So my point is, if you're going to a nice event, there's certain garment you have to put in mind. If you're just taking a stroll, there's a certain garment you have to put in mind. You have to have different garment for different.
So let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What are you dressed for now? Like when you're wearing a shirt and a sporty jacket and a kind of sweatpants. So what would you say?
My sweatpants. I
I'm
probably
just-
have dress pants on.
A sweatpants.
But anyway.
So where would you wear this that you're wearing? Where would you wear this to?
Okay. So I dress like this today because we're doing a fashion video. So therefore I want it to be fashionable. So I have this little jacket on with the cinch waist, and I have my 3/4 sleeve, blah blah blah. I look fashionable. If I was going to a dinner, I could dress like that. If
Yeah,
I'm
but where
going
would
to,
you wear this to?
I just told you, if we're going to a dinner, if I'm going to, let's say, a day party, an event. But what I cannot do is to dress like that if I'm going for an interview in a Fortune 500 company or, you know, a professional setting. Because then I would be underdressed. All of a sudden I would go from fashionable to being underdressed. Which goes back to what I say, you have to always remember, you know, where you're going. You could go against the grain, but you have to follow the common denominators. Why you dress up like this?
Well, I'm wearing a dress. So, a dress. I mean, you can't really see the full dress, but I feel like I wanted to, you know, be me, be cute, a little bit, you know, fashionable at the same time. And I thought this dress just gave me all of what I was looking for.
Would you wear this if you're going to a concert?
Absolutely, I wear this with a pair of Jordans.
Ha! Why a pair of Jordan and not stilettos or high heels?
Because I'm going to a concert. For me, I just want to be comfortable in my own skin, and I want it to be edgy at the same time because I like to put fashion, to be fashionable, stylish, and edgy at the same time. So the Jordan will just give me, in my opinion, all of that.
But do you guys understand how amazing this is? So again, you know, to keep beating the dead horse, she has a dress. This is a dress you would go to an evening event or maybe an evening function or blah blah blah. But what she did was, I asked her the question about, you know, about the concert. She understood that wearing high heels or maybe a 6-inch heel to a concert is not gonna be comfortable. It's almost not even appropriate. But by putting the Jordan, all of a sudden that dress end up looking like a nice piece. Because now you have the representation of being casual, which is a Jordan mixed with a nice dress.
And if I was going to a 5-star restaurant, I would put a pair of heels on, a nice little bag, a pair of heels on, and it'll be a whole nother vibe.
Yes, and if she really wanted to be edgy and be different, she still could put that Jordan. But what's gonna happen is now it's how she's gonna add
pieces to it.
Yes, exactly. Like if she was to put a shawl, you know, in a 5-star restaurant, or a nice bag, or a blazer, all of a sudden, although she's wearing a Jordan, what happened is she still has a common denominator of a 5-star hotel. And to the men that are watching, I know a lot of people ask me this question. I'm just gonna jump, you know, a little bit ahead. People always say, "Well, Romelo, why are you always wearing jackets? Why do you think I wear a jacket all the time?"
I mean, you said you like a you wear a jacket because you like wearing jacket and you are what you are, and you just love wearing jacket.
Yes. I've been wearing jackets from the time I can remember. I mean, if you want me to be honest with you guys, when I was born, you know, instead of having an umbilical cord, I had a jacket on. The nurse didn't even get to smack my butt because she was shocked. But anyway, no seriousness, guys. I like jackets. You understand what I mean? I wear jackets for
You wear jacket and tie for everything.
For everything. I could dress down a jacket. I will put some clips of me wearing a jacket with a pair of shorts or a pair of 3/4 pants with sneakers. You know, it gives me a different look. Why I like wearing jacket is because people are not expecting.
So you like the more edgy look.
Yes, people are not expecting a suit jacket with, you know, with sweatpants and with sneakers or with the way I. We'll put some footage and you'll see, guys. What it is, but the funny thing is, every time we go out, I'm not trying to do this to please people. That's who we are. But when we go, people always stop us and say, "Oh my gosh, this is a nice outfit. I would have never thought." So if you're watching this video, remember, as long as you keep the common denominators in mind, you could play around with outfits. You could play around with things.
What is the common denominator? I'm happy you said that because I want to make sure that we pinpoint each and everything. What is the common denominator when someone is putting an outfit together? What is it?
It's the purpose of where you're going or what you're going to represent. That's always important.
So basically, it's the environment, the scene that you're going into.
Yes. You guys realize that the presidents of the United States, every time you see them on TV, for the most part, they're always in a suit. Now, which is going to lead me to the next thing that I want to ask her a question about. But they're always in a suit. But their suits are not really colorful because their job is so important. They're representing over 300 million people. They need to be seen as powerful. When you look at certain CEOs of certain companies, to to exude that sense of power, there's a certain type of dresses, or I'm sorry, of dressing they have to do. But then you get the CEO of Apple. You have the owner of Apple, the one that passed away, whatever his name is. What's his name again? I forgot. But anyway, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, when he was doing presentations, he never really wore a suit because Apple was a different type of company. Apple wanted to appeal.
Yeah, but I feel like when you're rich.
Yes, I'm gonna go to that too. Yes, but yes,
when you're rich,
right.
you can wear whatever you want to wear. But when you're not rich and you want to be fashionable or taken seriously, or you just want to look put together, I feel like you have to put just a little bit more effort, or you just have to follow almost like a blueprint. Still be you, but follow like a blueprint.
To the mic guy.
What
Please
guy?
turn off her microphone because I feel like we're like the presidential debate. She's cutting me off. Do you want to be like... No. Let me stop. I'm glad you said what she said about when you're rich, you fall under a different category. Which is true though. As sad as this sounds, rich people, or the more powerful you are, the richer you are, you start to not have to abide by certain laws of society. Like I'll take an example.
You mean laws? No, not laws.
I mean not laws, but like the common denominators of society. Like for instance, being in the fashion world, I remember when I was young, Walter Simmons started Fat Farm, and I was a designer at that time, and I've been around him. But for as long as I can remember, Walter Simmons always wear white, sneakers,
The Adidas.
a cap. He'll do suits, but he always has sneakers and a cap on. And he did that his entire career. You could go to like he could have a board meeting.
But I mean,
that's how he dresses. He's a CEO.
So,
but I almost guarantee you, and if anybody has that footage, when Russell Simmons was a budding an entrepreneur, like when he was, I think he went to NYU or something before he started Def Jam. When he was young, or when he started, he still, if he was going to a meeting, he would still have to wear a suit. So yeah, so the purpose of the video is, yes, if you're already flying high, the eagle has a different set of rules than the people, than the vultures or than the pigeon or whatever the case is, But in order for the eagle to get on top like that, at the beginning, he still had to follow certain rules. And then when he get on top, he could do whatever he wants.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. Should people put in mind when they're trying to be fashionable, edgy, or whatever it is that they're trying to exude, should they put in mind their best asset? Like, what is your best asset? Let's talk about your best assets. Like, is asset very important when you're trying to look edgy, fashionable? Because I know that for a woman, your asset might be your shoulder, your décolleté, your legs, your stomach, your back. We have a lot of asset that we can definitely play upon. But I feel like when you're playing up an asset, tell me if I'm wrong or right, I feel like you need to choose one asset that you absolutely love. Like for instance, I'm wearing this dress, and the only asset that I'm showing off in this dress, even though the dress is short, it's not too short where it's showing my leg, but it's definitely showing my shoulder, like my whole shoulder and chest area is out. Which I feel like, and I took off the necklace that I had on because I feel like if I'm showing this off, I don't need to be playing up on too many things. So do you think like I did the right thing?
So women and men fall under different categories. And again, I'm not trying to be sexist. Please don't come after me. But, when a woman is dressing, subconsciously or not, a woman will have in her mind an asset, like she said. You'll see some women, they dress, it's all about their bosom. Some women, they dress, it's all about the long legs. It could be their gluteus muscle, different things, whether they admit it or not. But again, it goes back to what I was saying, common denominators. If you're common, we each have a projection we want to project. If like for instance, in the world of real estate, if you are a female agent and you want to beat it, sadly enough, it's gonna sound controversial, but if you're a woman in real estate, yes, you could put your breasts out there as much as you want.
Who says?
You know, if that's what you choose, because this is
Okay.
America. But
That's not-
unfortunately, you know, when you do that, what happens is you're making yourself look sexual in a way. So I know a lot of male clients, they either going to inspire to you to do business with you. Those things don't end well. You know, I don't want to like start like, you know, a controversial subject.
Yeah, let's just stay.
But,
let's stay.
you know, something like that. But with men, on the other hand, men, when we're dressing, we're not thinking, oh my gosh, let me show up my legs. Men, we just go by
no,
swag.
you're a guy.
You understand? Like,
Okay,
for
there you go.
instance, you know, if I want to look cool, there's a certain type of a certain type of outfit I'm gonna pick. If I want to look rich, there's a certain type of outfit I'm gonna
So
pick.
elaborate. If you
So-
want to look rich, what would you put on?
Me personally, there are different ways you could look rich.
No, you.
Me, looking rich to me is not a $50,000 watch. To me, it's not a $1,000 bill at all. To me, the real rich guys in my eyes, you wear a nice tailored suit. Nothing makes a man look so powerful, so rich than having a suit with an athletic fit where, you know, it's not oversized, your hem is not bunched up at the at the shoe. You know, you could wear a brand belt and you could have a cheap watch on. But if you have a nice shirt and you're well shaven and it's also your posture, once you start walking with confidence and you have a well-tailored suit on and you have a shirt, you know, you could be coming out of a Miata.
All right, tell him.
You look rich. Now, some people think, well, you know, if I put a lot of jewelry on and watch, that doesn't really make you look rich. That tends to make you look insecure, like you're trying to be something you're not, or you're trying to show off wealth. The real wealthy person doesn't do that. And again, you know, those subjects might be controversial, but I'm just
It's not
speaking
controversial. This
from
is
my
just-
mind and
this
from
is
things
the
I've
real-
experienced.
the real
And I
deal.
also think that we live in a society where, you know, a lot of society has changed, and people need to understand. You know, society has, has changed because it helps society. It helps the capitalistic ways of doing things versus the right way of doing things. You understand what I mean? So when you see the majority of people are not rich, they're at the bottom of the triangle. So what happens? You know, society, the media, you know, they make you feel insecure and they make you feel like in order for you to feel like you fit in, you're rich, you have to go and buy a $1,200 pair of Balenciaga, you know, and be all brands. But to the person that have money, they look at you, they know you poor.
So you're saying that being fashionable is not about
No, it's
about
not.
brands.
It's not about brands. It's about
I mean, I agree.
your confidence, the way you carry yourself, and
I
your
totally
ability
agree.
to put an outfit and still exude confidence. Again, if you show up in an oversized jacket and oversized clothes and the clothes don't fit right, it doesn't matter if you have money or not, you're gonna look sloppy. You understand what I mean?
Tell 'em.
There's only one example where that's acceptable. Again, if you're watching this, remember when you see a president like Putin or the current president or any world leader, their suits are never tailored. That has a purpose. Because they have protective gears under and they have to make it look like they don't, they have to wear oversized clothing. You understand? But they wear it not to the point where it looks like, you know, cheap, but they wear it as if, you know, you still see the power in them. But when a normal person wear an oversized suit and your pants is bunched up, invest in a tailor and have the tailor have your pants touching, you know, your the back of your shoe,
So what
but not
shoe-
dragging on the floor.
So what shoe would you wear with a nice tailored suit?
Oh, I'm
because
glad you said that.
I know a nice tailored suit. When I see a nice tailored suit on a guy, it just looks like, you know, really sexy and just like confident, and he just look like he's wearing the suit and the suit is not wearing him. But there's a specific shoe I think a guy should be wearing when he's like all tailored. So
You
let
know-
me hear from you first.
You know, it's so funny. People always think that Carsa and I have multi-millionaires. And we're not saying that to brag to you guys. I'm saying that in humility. People always think we really have a lot of money just because of the way we dress. Because a lot of the jackets I wear, they're tailored. It's not because, you know, yeah, some of them are tailored because they're tailored. But you could buy a jacket that's not tailored and still make it look tailored. I'll give you
So
guys.
what about the shoe? The shoe.
Wait, I'm gonna get to the shoe,
The
but let me
shoe.
finish the jacket.
The
No,
shoe.
the jacket, because you're gonna see the jacket
Why?
first.
But we're talking about the shoe now.
No, I'm a jacket guy, so I'm biased. When you're buying a jacket, make sure you know your shoulder. It should be exactly at the edge of your shoulder, not drooping down. Your sleeve cannot be next to your knuckle. If it is, have a tailor it. It's supposed to be at your wrist, and then your shirt pops out from it. Okay? And if you're wearing a jacket, here's the thing. When you're standing, you're supposed to pull the jacket and able to put at least 2 fingers there. It's not supposed to be so tight that it looks like it's not your size, but it's not supposed to be oversized that I can put my whole arm or a different person in there. That makes you look cheap. Now, to go back about the shoes.
So you wanted
shoes.
You wanted to give them some insight.
Yes,
all right.
those shoes, guys. You want, okay. When I was little, I used to go to church. I like telling stories. And a lot of the Christians, they used to love wearing the short, round edge. You know, the front of the shoe is rounded. It makes their feet look shorter and fat. Buy an elongated shoe. An elongated shoe basically is something that looks like this.
So you want your foot look long and
yes,
not little.
look long
and
slim. Foot. Yes, it's not even. I don't have a little feet. I don't have little feet. But anyway, you need to get slim elongated shoe. So your
foot can look big.
Yes, an elongated shoe always makes a suit look very expensive. Expensive versus a short round edge shoe. No, get elongated shoes. Okay. Once you do that, and then your pants is not dragging, you understand it's sitting on top of your shoe, right? And your pants is your size, not oversized. And stay away from pleated front pants. Pleated front pants look cheap except on women.
Yeah, right. Because I was just about to say that. So we're wearing the pleated front pants right now. All the women, it's very trendy. It's in right now. It looks chic and it just looks fashion forward. So it's for the women now. I guess men is not wearing no pleated front pants.
Pleated shoes, pleated pants for men don't look flattery. It makes like your area looks big. It looks cheap. Now, if you're a woman, be careful also with pleated pants. If you're gonna get a pair of pleated pants, get a pair of pleated pants that's still where the pleat sits right. Because if the pleats don't sit right, the pleats are done cheaply, it's going to bunch up in front of you. It's going to make you look fatter than you are. And it's not going to look flattery to you. So all these things are things you have to have in your mind. So basically, what you guys getting out of this is the first thing in looking expensive and being fashionable, know your body type.
Yeah, know your body type and dress appropriate, dress for the environment. And, undergarment. Undergarment to me, I feel like it's very important for both men and women. I feel like if you have on the wrong bra or the wrong underwear, it's a no-no. That makes you look super cheap and it just does not make you look chic. Like, okay, you could wear, for instance, this dress. If I had on like a nice lace bra, I feel like that will still look edgy and expensive. You know how Sarah Jessica Parker wear her bras with her, looks. I feel like that looks very expensive and fashion forward. But then it can look a little bit not appropriate. It depends on where you're going, right?
Same thing goes to, if you guys, I'll show you some clip. I've done a lot of jacket with t-shirt. So when you're picking your t-shirt, you also have to look at the neck. You understand? You have to feel the fabric. It's called the hand of the fabric. Feel the fabric. If the fabric feels cheap, it's gonna look cheap.
But what makes a fabric feel cheap? Like what?
Usually, like a cheap fabric will be a little bit flimsy, or the print in front of it, you could see it's not well done. When you get a very expensive tee, there's a nice weight to the fabric. It's not thick, and then when you look at the graphic that's in front of it, you could see it was professionally done. All that is going to project on your outfit. And then, if you really want to look expensive with a t-shirt, don't do an oversized t-shirt for a man. Women get away with that.
Get a slim fit t-shirt.
Get make sure you're in shape. If you have a little bit of a belly, you could get maybe one size up. But try to get a t-shirt that fit you. And then don't get a t-shirt where the sleeve is like down to your elbow and it's oversized. And then, again, the same will apply for your shoulder blades, the seam. No, don't get it right here. Get the shirt to fit you. Okay? which leads me to a shirt. A shirt can look cheap and a shirt can look expensive. I could be blindfolded, I'll tell you a cheap shirt, from an expensive shirt. But there are companies also that replicate expensive shirts without, charging.
Price.
So what makes a shirt look expensive? First of all, it's always the collar of the shirt and the button. A cheap shirt, the collar is flimsy. It doesn't have the collar stay. It doesn't have the extra button. The shirt is just sloppy. You always want to get a shirt where the collar is crisp. You understand? And then the stitching also is a giveaway. You could see a cheap stitching. You get that and you get your nice button and the shirt is your size. Same thing. Shirt right here for your over your shoulder blade and the sleeves is right here. Not something that's oversized. No. And then you always want to get a shirt that has 2 dots in the back. So basically the 2 dots is going to make the shirt hug your body a little bit better, which is going to give you the athletic fit of a shirt. Okay? So you're either going to have the 2 dots in the back or you're going to have 2 seam in the back, or some shirts have the seam right here. Those shirts tend to hug your body and give you an athletic fit, like I said before, and that makes it look expensive even if it's cheap. So that's what makes a shirt look expensive. Same thing with pants. Like I said, no pleated pants, but your pants, the fabric, when you look at the fabric, the side seam are exactly on the side portion of your body. Sometimes with cheap pants will be cut the wrong way, and then you'll have, your seam cock high. That makes it look cheap. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. And your pockets, the way the pocket is finished, and the fabric. Always feel your fabric and look at the fabric, because that's what makes something cheap versus expensive. A good thing I'm going to tell you guys. I went to an event. I had a jacket on. The jacket is not super expensive, but when I walked in, it was a combination of what I was wearing, my confidence, and the jacket. Everyone that was in there swore I was wearing a kitten suit. If you don't know what a kitten suit is, Kiton, they make suit for $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. Everybody thought it was a kitten suit. Of course I didn't lie, but I didn't divulge any information. When people asked me, oh my gosh, where did you get this kitten suit? I said, you know what? A gentleman never tells. I can tell you. That's not lying. But when I was picking the jacket, I know I'm not spending $7,000 in a kitten suit, but I took a jacket that was comparable to a kitten suit, and I walk in with the confidence, and I pair it with the right shoe and the right pants.
There you go, guys. So I hope you guys
enjoy this video.
Yes. So basically, your suit or whatever you wear doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be a brand for you to look expensive, polished, chic, or edgy. And last but not least, I believe that you should be wearing whatever that is you are wearing and not let it wear you.
Yes.
And I think that's what's going to make you look, fashionable, stylish, put together, chic, all of those things that everybody wants to look like right now. I feel like that is going to make you look like that.
And don't forget, I kept saying throughout the whole video, the common denominators. Remember, guys, if you are edgy, you could reinvent the wheel, right? But when you reinvent the wheel, you still have to think about, you need a circumference. You need something that's turning around. You understand what I mean? So my point is, know what you're wearing for what occasion. If it's for a job interview, it's for, an event, you could be edgy. But you should always keep that common denominator of the purpose of where you're going.
Your environment.
You understand?
Yes.
I cannot show up in a black tie affair wearing a red suit.
No.
You understand? It's called a black tie affair. But I could wear a totally banging jacket that's black, but still falls within the black tie affair. You understand? I hope you guys take those advice. I'm not saying you cannot be a leader, but realize, guys, society, the world has a certain rules. We could follow the rules and be edgy at the same time. But sometimes we're creating it's like, for instance, somebody show up in a wedding with a pair of flip-flops, with their pants, down their butt, or whatever the case is, with gold caps, going to an interview for a top-notch position. Chances are you're not going to get it. It's not because the person discriminated against you, but it's just that there's certain rules, because certain position requires certain type of behaviors. So again, I hope this video wasn't controversial. If you guys
It's
disagree, let
Guys,
us know.
yes, let us know down in the comments. And I hope you guys enjoy me bringing Romello on.
Yes, I didn't even get a dressing room. I need a dressing room. I can't come to a show without a dressing room. I need flowers in my dressing room. I need bottle of water.
I couldn't even get a word in. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you'd love to see more video like this, don't forget to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And guess what?
See you
later. Bye, guys.